Hi there! You're watching the Gardens and Graveyards channel. Today we're on our front porch and we're going to plant our summer annuals. They are all proven winners this year. Mostly supertunias and a whole bunch of other fun things. So we're going to do our porch baskets first because they're only getting one plant each this year. And then our hanging baskets for the porch, and then we'll plant up the containers that are like flanking the entrance to our porch. So we're really just dressing up our porch today. And it's not like amazing because all the plants are tiny, but we're really excited because we know it's just around the corner.
They will be amazing.
They will be amazing because these things take off like gangbusters, which is why each one of these baskets is only getting one plant because they will get huge. And we'll walk you through each one as we plant them. These are our hanging baskets. We've already filled them with fresh soil. There's a little bit of compost on the bottom and raised bed potting mix on the rest. And we've already put slow release flower fertilizer in there. And then they'll get weekly liquid fertilizer for the summer. This is a collection that's going into our containers in the front. These are the annuals that are going in our porch baskets. These collections are going into other pots that will be coming soon, but not today. And then this is the collection. These two each are going in to those containers. And these are our porch baskets, rail baskets. They are 31.5 inch by 9 inch. And we've had them since we moved in here. This is the second year of the coconut core. It has all fresh potting soil. It has compost on the bottom. And then potting mix on top. We'll put some slow release fertilizer in there and the annuals. So we're going to start with the rose and flower food. This is the Lily Miller brand. It's a slow release fertilizer. Then we're just going to do one of these proven winners, supertunIa honey. And they like fold apart sun, which is perfect for this area because this one gets like in the shade here in the afternoon. The one at the very end stays more shady than all of them. And then the one in the middle gets full blasting sun all summer long. So it's hard to kind of find something that's going to thrive in all three of them that are uniform. So we'll see what these do. These supertunias, they get about 12 inches tall, but they get 24 inches wide. So they should fill this whole thing and then trail down. Technically, I could put that fertilizer in that hole. Just give it a little extra. All right. Nice root system. All right, this is the most sparse we've ever planted these, but I have confidence that they will fill out, and not having to compete with their root systems will give them an even better fighting chance of getting really big. And then later this week we'll probably come back in and top dress it with a little bit of mulch just to help with water retention, and it looks prettier. All right, let's get the baskets done. So for our hanging baskets, we are planting up a supertunIa Persimmon, which, like the honey persimmon, so it kind of has a reflection of the same colors, but the supertunIa Persimmon gets 8 inches tall and up to 24 inches. So it doesn't get quite as big as the supertunIa honey. And then with the persimmons, I'm planting the Super Bells Double Amber. And this one gets 12 inches tall by 12 inches. So these two together, and then we'll be bringing in those colors. And this picture of the supertunIa honey is not fully accurate because the honey gets like 5 different colors on it as it ages. It starts like really bright yellow and fades to very close to this persimmon peach color. And at the same time, all those colors will be reflected on the honey. I mean, we had one last year, we just absolutely loved it. So we knew we wanted more of them this year. All right, so I'm just gonna plant the supertunIa on one side and the Super Bells, I mean, basically like in the front to back. But they're gonna be turned all the time, all summer long, so that the sun hits them, you know. Just get this out of the way. This one. Hung up. It's not. It is.
Hey.
Cool.
Yay.
All right, let's do the front pots now. So we planted these containers up this fall, completely dismantled them and redid all of it. So it's brand new soil, remantled. we put all new soil in and added this juniper, daffodils, and some heuchera. I've already removed our spent pansies that were in there, and we also had some red twig dogwood sticks in here that we transplanted out by the creek. So I am noticing that I need a little bit more soil, which is totally normal because over the winter the soil sunk down and all the air pockets got filled and everything like that. So we're going to add some more soil and then put these annuals in. I am leaving all these daffies in here. They're gonna, after they're done blooming, I'll deadhead them, let their foliage go yellow, and then we'll remove the foliage, but the bulbs are gonna stay in there because where we live on a zone 9A, they can just stay in the ground or stay in the pots. They don't need to get taken out and stored for the winter. So these guys will stay here. All right, so to reflect the honey and the amber super bells and the persimmon supertunIa up front, we're continuing with that theme. And we've got a superbina peachy keen. And it has kind of a ruffly fun texture. We have a bright lights yellow osteospermum. And then we have a Super Bells Tropical Sunrise. All of these are full sun to part shade, which is perfect because we don't get a ton of sun here. I mean, we do for us, but for what these plants can handle, we don't get that much sun. We're seeing accounts of people in like 7 hours of 100-degree weather. No, we get like max 5 at like 60-degree weather. So that reassures me when it's not full sun in an annual. If it can take some part shade, that lets me know that it will probably thrive in my garden. All right, so this superbina peachy keen grows about 6 to 12 inches tall. And it kind of splays out and trails a little bit. So we're gonna put it up front. I think I'll just put the fertilizer on top.
Okay.
And then let it sink in. All right, so then we have this Super Bells Tropical Sunrise. It will mound about 8 inches and then trail 12 to 24 inches. We're gonna also put this up front. It's got soil on it. Actually even tipping it just a tiny bit to help it go that way, spill. Then we have this bright lights yellow osteospermum, and it will get about 12 inches tall. Even has a little bud on it. Let me see the little bud.
Yeah.
My hands are gross.
You're a gardener.
And I'm gonna put this over on this side behind this trailing tropical sunrise super ball. All right. And then the last one is, oh, I got soil on it. It's kind of delicate. Is this Graceful Grasses Quintet from Persimmon. It is part of the Tut series. The King Tut gets massive, huge, and the Prince Tut gets short. It's shorter with bigger blooms, or whatever these things are called. Are they blooms? And then the Queen Tut is pretty much like this. It gets about this tall, maybe a little bit taller, and it'll just keep going all summer long. You can see their little babies are starting right there. So I'll come in here and clean these stalks that got broken. Once it's not getting like a whole bunch of traffic, it won't keep breaking like that. My understanding is it holds up to wind.
That's what I heard too.
Laura on Garden Answer has grown these in really high wind areas at the college, and they did great. So I think it'll be okay here. Right, so then we're gonna put these in the back also. So what's fun is this tuft will contrast with this juniper, and all of these have completely different kind of texture growth, or all their leaves are completely different texture, even though they're all similar color. So even when they're not blooming, you can kind of pick out the different plants. All right, I'm gonna put the slow release fertilizer in here. Same thing, add some potting soil. I'm gonna be able to see these ones better.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna repeat the same exact plants, and we're just gonna mirror them. So we've got the Super Bells Tropical Sunrise here. Osteosporum behind. And SupertunIa. Move this one up. I want to make sure it gets plenty of sun.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's gonna be it for today's video. We're not gonna water these in because it's gonna be raining for the next 10 days, and the soil was already kind of damp, so I'm not worried about them at all. But that's it. So we've got our summer annuals in all of our porch containers, and we'll be on to the next summer annual phase soon enough. Until the next time, keep celebrating your life, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.